Hello. I did say in my intro video that I would try to keep things real in relation to my bipolar and how it impacts on daily living, trying to do reselling and making things, etc. So I've been pretty down the last few weeks. So being bipolar is like being on a roller coaster, and I've been down. Now, I thought I was doing brilliantly well, and when I mentioned that, it was pointed out to me by certain family members that I was actually, they thought, a bit manic, and that they thought I'd been a bit manic for a little while. So it's really hard for me to judge whether I am healthy, happy, just in a good mood, or whether I'm manic. Because what I consider to be me being great, other people find a little bit over the top and too much to deal with. So that, so my downward spiral doesn't take much to downward me down. It has a lot to do with the paranoia that I feel with my bipolar and my anxiety and my depression. So, for example, I made a video of me visiting my mum at her aged care centre, and I got a little bit of feedback. Most of it was positive. One thing pulled me up a little bit, and that's okay. It was a legitimate, justifiable bit of feedback, and I resolved the issue. But my paranoia made me automatically go, I'm in trouble, I've done the wrong thing, I'm really crap. You know, all that negative self-talk that comes along in my life. And that started the process. And so then there was the conversation about me being a bit manic, which also made me have to stop and really try to control my behaviour and consider how I was going. Then I've been having regular visits with mum. Now, they're fantastic. I love them. She's just beautiful. But she has dementia, and she doesn't remember things. And there are times when I'm not sure she knows who I am. And that's really hard. That's really hard. So a trip to mum may only be for an hour and a half, but it may end up with a day and a half in bed recovering because I am so overwhelmed by the experience, and I try to give her 100% attention, devotion, love while I'm there, so that so that she knows she's loved. And it's great. Hard though. And then I was at not my last therapy session, that was in person, but the one before that, I was doing that via online stuff because of lockdowns and restrictions, and I was creating one of my creepy dolls, which really fascinated my therapist. So she'd sort of requested that I bring my creepy dolls with me when I come to my in-person session. Yeah, I did that. I don't know if that was a good thing to do, because she then proceeded to spend a lot of that session assessing me based on those dolls and the feelings and the emotions and being sad and angry and stuck and ugly, toxic, all were elements that were brought up, and that made me go, but these are just fun to do. I'm not doing these with deeper meaning, am I? And so that made me have to question things. So I haven't been very creative. And then a couple of other issues came up. And so I wasn't coping, and I've been pretty much in bed for weeks and trying to not be and to try and function. And I need to potentially get a job that actually gives me regular income, because I have run out, but I don't want to. I'm still really anxious about doing that. The whole thought of it is way overwhelming for me. And I had to go to the doctor to get some more of my antidepressants. No, my mood stable. No, yeah, my antidepressants, not my mood stabilizers. I've got heaps of those. So I went, and both of us had masks on. He has an Egyptian background, so there can be sometimes a language barrier. And I said, and I don't speak like an adult, and I said, I'm really struggling with adulting. He heard, I'm really struggling with adultery. So he wanted to know who other than my husband I'm sleeping with. No one. No one. And I thought that was fairly hilarious. And yeah. But I went, yeah, adulting, I can't do. I feel like I'm somewhere between 16 and 30. I don't feel like I'm the age that I am, which is a bit of a problem. So I've been really, really trying to reflect on all the things that have come up through the conversations with family members, doctor, and therapist, and trying to be an adult. So one of the things that I really noticed was that I'd made a decision I was going to buy a particular Halloween thing. I was going to do that, was all prepared, and was encouraged not to, which is probably a good thing. I don't have the money for it, but I felt not just my mind or my heart having a bit of a cry, but my whole body felt like it was crawling and curling in on itself and reducing myself to the little girl who experienced trauma that triggered my bipolar, or I believe triggered my bipolar. And that's the state that I revert back to, that little girl. And it's that little girl who hears all those negative things that my brain wants to tell her, and who really struggles with taking on an adult role and being an adult. And because I'm struggling with adulting at the moment, adults don't have jobs. Like, children don't have jobs. Adults do, and I'm struggling with that. And yeah, that whole shrinky thing. Oh, it's a nightmare. But that's just an update as to why you may not see have seen videos more creepy dolls. Although I have finished one that I haven't videoed, and that's on the list of things to do today. Might get there, but it is Halloween, so I want to go and take some pictures of the decorated homes in my local town, so I can do a video of that to show people the difference between what they may be seeing overseas and what we have. Because, as I've said before on various online chats with people, we don't do Halloween in such a big way as other countries. So that will be interesting. Again, that may make me end up back in bed again. I don't know. But I've got positives planned for this week, which will be good. I start volunteering again at the Foodies Free Laneway and open the green space, doing some watering because the weather's warming up and it's quite beautiful. Today is so sunny outside. Lockdown has finished between regional and metropolitan Victoria, so I'm planning a trip to see my sister soon. I'm meeting up with a friend on Wednesday for catch up, and hopefully, if all goes well, I'm going to get to see her baby that I have not met yet. So that's going to be fun. And the gym's open again, so I can start going swimming and maybe go to the gym again all of this week. So hopefully mood and everything will start improving and we'll be back up there again. Back up in a manic phase very soon. Coming at you. Coming to a stunning you. Oh, oh. All right. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Bye.